Now, last week, I did a brief response about the segment related to Mercedes Moné. But in this segment, the match between Mariah May, if that's the correct pronunciation of her name, against formerly known as Paige from WWE, also known as now AEW, as Saraya. Is that correct? Or yeah, I think that's correct. So in AEW, so in WWE she was Paige, but in AEW she is now known as Saraya. I always have word pronunciation issues with the letter S. Saraya. Okay, anyways. Let's all be honest. So, Mercedes Moné, when she was in WWE, her name was Sasha Banks. The feud that Sasha Banks and Paige had in WWE was heated. So let's be honest. Paige in WWE, but now known as Saraya in AEW. Saraya. I'll try to get that pronunciation quicker. Saraya. Okay. Saraya's main highlights of her career in WWE when she was known as Paige was against Sasha Banks and AJ Lee. Those were her two main highlights of her career in WWE. Saraya, known as Paige in WWE, she debuted against AJ Lee and won the championship from AJ Lee. And then when it came to Sasha Banks, also known as Mercedes Moné. So in the thumbnail of this video, I will try to do my best, or my friend Wyatt will help me to find the best thumbnail photo of Mercedes Moné, also known as Sasha Banks, and Paige, also known as now in AEW as Saraya. I will try to put both of those. I'll try to find it, or Wyatt, my friend, will help me find the best thumbnail photo of those two together, so you all know what I'm talking about. But you wrestling fans already know. I'm just... that visual image helps, so you all know the main point. So, scrolling back, let's be honest. Mariah May against Saraya was a great match tonight. Like, this match was basically like a pay-per-view type of match. It was just the splash of personality in that ring. But let's be honest. We all want to see Saraya versus Mercedes Moné. That heated feud that those two had in WWE, to transition it into AEW, it would gain a momentum of views. A momentum of people wanting to see how Saraya and Mercedes Moné will clash within AEW comparison to WWE. Now, when Saraya debuted in AEW, the views skyrocketed. And then when Saraya had her feud with what's her name? Britt Baker. When Britt Baker and Saraya had their feud in AEW, that was awesome. Now let's transition from Saraya and Britt Baker to Saraya to Mercedes Moné. Because let's be honest, the feud between Saraya and Britt Baker, comparison to Saraya and Mercedes Moné. Which of those two feuds would bring in the biggest momentum of splash of highlights within AEW? I think we all can say that Saraya and Mercedes Moné would definitely fill in that bill. And on that note, I will see you all in the next video as I do weekly reactions to the current WWE Raw Women's Championship, the current WWE SmackDown Women's Championship, and the current vision of how AEW is contributing towards the Women's Championships, to see what their potential is, what the highlights of their career is, and how the vision of their future can be. And on that note, I will see you all in the next video.